In this video, we're going to focus in on organizational psychology. So organizational psychology focuses on the social dimensions of work. So we'll talk about job satisfaction, job stress, and the work-life balance. One aspect of an organizational psychologist's job is to help improve job satisfaction. And our job satisfaction results from how we think about our work, so our cognitions, and how we feel about our work, so our affects. So it's our cognition and our affects that go into this job satisfaction. It can be influenced by the work itself, our personality, our culture, and there's a number of factors involved in job satisfaction. Autonomy, so what are your individual responsibilities, how much control do you have over decisions, your work content, is there variety? If you want variety, is it challenging or too challenging? Is your role clearly defined? And that's probably the most strongly predictive of overall satisfaction. Communication, the feedback that you get. What are the financial rewards? Are the salary and the benefits worth it? There is actually kind of a weak correlation between financial rewards and job satisfaction, but it is a component to it. Growth and development. So is there a place for personal growth? Is there training? Is there education that's involved? Is there a career advancement opportunity? Do you like your coworkers? Are the professional relations adequate? What kind of support do you have from your supervisors? What kind of feedback do you get from your supervisors? Do you feel it's fair? What's your workload like? Is the time pressure too much? Is it too boring and tedious? And then what are your work demands? Do you have, is it a 40-hour work week? Do you have a light workload? Do you have too much of a workload? Do you have insecurity of your position? All of those things are going to contribute to job satisfaction. And job satisfaction can be measured with questionnaires that employees complete. Of course, that relies on self-report. It can also be measured at a global level, where there's a general satisfaction with work, or at the specific level. So what aspects lead to job satisfaction, which we just discussed. So job stress is typically caused by specific stressors for a specific occupation. Do you have multiple roles? Is the job ambiguous? So you're not really sure what you're supposed to do? Have people left your company or your organization and their positions aren't being filled, so you're being asked to do their work? Is there a lack of career progress? Are you not getting promoted? Do you not see a future where you're at? Is there a lack of job security? Are you worried that you'll get laid off, or you'll get fired, or that your position will somehow be eliminated at some time in the future? Are you overloaded with work? So a lot of these things, we talked about with job satisfaction, they're important job satisfaction, but they can also lead to job stress. So do you have, too heavy of a workload? Can you not complete it in the, required hours that you're supposed to be on the job? Is there discrimination or harassment or bullying? All of these things can happen in the workplace, and if they're happening, that can definitely cause job stress. Or do you feel isolated? A lot of times we think working from home is a great thing, but a lot of times people who work from home feel isolated. So we have a family friend who she went to college, kind of finished college during COVID, got a job working from home, and she works from home, but she doesn't know any of her colleagues. She's never met them. She knows them through, email and Zoom types of interactions, but she's never had the opportunity to go out with them socially. And I was talking to her at one point, and she said it just kind of does feel isolated. She would like to have the opportunity to interact. Even though she's kind of an introverted person, she would like to have some interaction and, to meet people that are the same age as her. So job stress can lead to poor health. It can lead to poor job performance, and it can impair your family life as well, because the stress that you feel can lead to, stress on the family. So that leads us to the importance of a work-family balance. And so again, organizational psychologists can work to help try to make this better. So work-family balance occurs when people are juggling the demands of your work life with the demands of your family. And there's a number of sources of conflicts. The time devoted to work. So are you putting in so much time with your work that you don't have time for your family, or that you're too tired to spend time with your family? The strain from participation in work. Is your workload so heavy, you're so tired when you come home that you're not really there for your family? And then specific behaviors that are required by your work. Do you have to work weekends? And that's when your significant other and your kids are available, and so you don't get to see them very often. Or do you work nights So you're not home during the day and you're sleeping during the day when there would be normal interactions. So specific behaviors could actually, that are required, can also put a strain on that work-family balance. So one thing organizational psychologists want to do is try to reduce this conflict, right? So how can we provide support in the home, whether it's emotional or practical? And practical support is found to be the most effective. How can we provide workplace support? We need understanding supervisors, maybe some flex time, leave with pay, telecommuting. Those types of things can help reduce the conflict between the work-family balance. So flex schedules are more common than they used to be. Telecommuting, allowing employees to set their own hours, allowing them to work from home at different parts of the day, whether it's they work at home a certain number of days a week or they work at home in the mornings, come into work so that they're there for whatever interaction they need, but then they can leave early so that they can miss the traffic and maybe have more time to spend with their family then. So these are all the goals of an organizational psychologist, is to work on that social aspect of the workplace.